Bree here. We're going to do yoga this morning, so make sure you check in so you get counted for your workout on the app, and drop your city in the comments. Let us know where you are practicing yoga this morning. And before we get started, I just want to let you know that if this is your first yoga practice, or you haven't done yoga in a while, or you're like super nervous, or you think you're not good at it, it's really chill. It's really beginner friendly, so give it a chance. Just try it. It's 30 minutes and it's just for you. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll take the hands to the knees, close the eyes, and we'll just take these first few moments of stillness, of quiet time, just to check in with your breathing. So as you inhale, lift the spine, sit up tall. Exhale. And we'll start to lengthen the inhales and the exhales. And so try to keep them the same length. Throughout the practice today, I'll remind you plenty of times to check back in with your breathing. But every inhale will be linked with a movement. Every exhale will be linked with a movement. And this will help keep us focused, and it will also help warm us up. So creating heat from the inside. And one more deep breath. And exhale. Good job, y'all. So you can blink the eyes open, or you can leave them closed if that's comfortable for you. We'll move into a child's pose. So come up on the hands and knees, and then just spread the knees out as wide as your mat. Toes are touching. And then exhale the hips back to the heels. Walk the hands out and drop your forehead down to the floor. So you're totally relaxed onto the ground. Hips are pressing back. Forehead is resting on the ground. It's another moment of stillness. If at any time during the practice, if something gets a little too intense, or you just don't like what we're doing, you can always come back here. Child's pose is always a good spot to be. Nice job, y'all. One more deep inhale and exhale. Nice. On your inhale, we'll press into the hands and we'll lift back up onto our hands and knees. So the knees are right under the hips, the wrists are right under the shoulders. And so here's where connecting the breath with the movement, and you want to keep them the same. This really, really helps you with it. So as you inhale, drop the belly down, roll the shoulders back, gaze is towards the front. And as you exhale, round the spine, upper back towards the ceiling, tuck the pelvis, gaze is down towards the knees or to the thighs. Good. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders. Really connecting inhales to the movement, and exhales to round the spine, tuck the pelvis, gaze down. Good job. Two more. Inhale. Drop the belly, roll the shoulders. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, look down towards the knees or to the thighs. And inhale, back to a neutral spine. And we'll take one more child's pose. Open the knees back up as wide as your mat. Toes touch. Hips back to the heels and walk the hands out. Drop the forehead down. So really gentle practice today. Early morning. We don't want to overdo it. But we'll still get our strength in, our stretching in. So inhale. Walk both of your hands over to your left side. And really reach through that right side body. Breathe into the right ribs. Good. Next inhale. Walk it through center. We'll switch sides. Both hands over to your right. Drop the chest. Relax the forehead. Breathe into the left side body. See if you can press the hands and send the hips back. Just a little. Nice. Inhale. Take it back over to our left. One more time on each side. Maybe try to go a little deeper. Good. Inhale. Walk it through center. Back to your right. And check back in. Deep breaths. And inhale back to center. Drop the forehead down. One last moment of stillness before we move into our warm-up. Just breathe. Feel the hips. Notice how the body feels in this posture before the practice. Good. Inhale. Press into the hands. Come back up on all fours. Tuck the toes. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So you can pedal the feet, walk the feet out. So bend one knee really deeply, straighten the other, take it back and forth. If your hamstrings are really tight, keep a slight bend in the knee, or you can take the feet as wide as the mat and still bend the knees. So you don't want to overdo the hamstrings. So just keep a nice bend. It'll feel a lot better and it'll keep you safe. Good. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees. Look forward at your hands and start to walk the feet up to meet the hands. When you get there, inhale and press the shins away. Lengthen out your spine. And as you exhale, deep bend in the knees, fold forward. So the chest lays on top of the thighs. Relax the head down. Good. Inhale. Arms up. Gaze up at your hands. And exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to move into some sun salutations. We'll do two just alike. So this is your warm-up. Every movement is connected to a breath. So exhale all of the breath. Let it go. And we begin. Inhale. Arms up. Look up at your hands. Exhale. Fold forward. Bend the knees. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. Press the shins, lengthen out the spine. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step it back into a high plank, and we'll keep it really light on the shoulders. Drop the knees. Keep the hips lifted high. Bend the elbows, chest to the floor. And it feels weird, but inhale. There's a reason. Cobra pose. Roll the shoulders back. Nice. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing. Keep it still. If you want to rock it out again, that's totally fine. So this is your practice. You know what feels good for your body more than anyone else. So if something's not cool with you, you don't have to do it. One more breath. On your exhale, bend the knees. Look forward at the hands. Start to walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, lift the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, relax the neck, bend the knees. Inhale, palms together, arms up, gaze up. And exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do the same thing. Inhale, arms up. Keep the breath with the movement. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press the shins, lift halfway. Lengthen. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step it back, high plank. Lower down to the knees first. Keep the hips up. Bend the elbows, chest down. Inhale, send it up and through. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips. Downward facing dog. And you can rock it out or find the stillness. There are plenty of downward facing dogs in the practice today, so if it's ever too much on you, you can always drop down to your child's pose when we call for downward facing dog. One more breath. Reach, press the hips back. Good. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward at the hands, start to walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, press the shins, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, palms up, gaze up at your hands. And exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to add some lunges in there. Let's keep it going. Inhale, arms up. Keep your breathing. You got it. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press the shins, lift the spine halfway. Exhale, hands down to the mat. This is where it changes. Right foot steps back and drop the right knee. Once you're balanced there, inhale for a low lunge. Reach up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck your right toes and send the left foot back to meet it, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg reaches up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knee and send the right foot up between the hands. Drop the left knee. Inhale, low lunge on the opposite side. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck the left toes, and it changes a little here. As you inhale, send the left foot forward to meet the right foot. Lift halfway and press the shins. Exhale and fold. Good. Inhale. Arms up, gaze up at your hands. And exhale, hands to the heart. We got one more of those, y'all. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step it back, high plank. Drop the knees first. Keep the hips high. Bend the elbows. Drop the chest. Inhale, cobra, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Good job. So if you need to take a little breather here, you can drop to the child's pose. We're going to move through some standing postures. So between every posture will be a downward facing dog. So if you want to just rest before we move on to that, you got 2 breaths. Got 1 more. Good. Next inhale, right foot reaches up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bend the knee, send it up and through between both hands. We're going to stay on the ball of the left foot. So when you catch your balance here, inhale, arms up, high lunge. Really reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Keep the bend in the right knee. Good. Breathe. Don't lose that breath. It's so important. Good. Exhale. Reach the hands behind you. So you can just reach palms towards each other, or you can connect the hands, roll the shoulders back, and maybe start to reach down the back leg. So either option. Good. Inhale. Arms back up. As you exhale, connect the chest towards the thigh. So reach the hands forward on top of the thigh. You're laying down, and then hands down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. We're doing all of that on our left side. Inhale. Left leg reaches up towards the ceiling. And exhale. Bend the knee. Send it up and through. Stay on the ball of the right foot. When you feel grounded and balanced, inhale. Arms up, high lunge. Keep the left knee bent. Really reach through the arms. Got 1 more breath here. Exhale, send the arms behind you. Palms face each other. Just reach back or connect the hands. Really press the chest forward. Good. Inhale. Reach the arms up. As you exhale, chest connects to the thigh and reach forward. Start to fold forward. Good. Hands to the mat. Left foot back, downward facing dog. So we're going to do that same sequence, and we're going to add a movement onto it every single time. So we're going back to our right side. Inhale. Reach it up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Bend the knee. Send it up and through between both hands. Stay on the ball of the left foot. Inhale. High lunge. Arms reach up. Good. Exhale. Send the arms back and reach. And inhale. Arms back up. 2 options. You can bend the left knee and take it straight down to your left knee. Or if you need to reach forward first and ground yourself down, go for it. Once you are there, send the right knee forward. So drop the hips, really deep bend here. Inhale, arms up. It's a really big stretch. Good. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Moving on, left side. Inhale, left foot reaches up. Exhale, send it up and through, bend the knee. Good. Stay up on the ball of the right foot when you're grounded. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, arms back, reach. Good. Inhale, arms back up. We're going to drop it down to our low lunge. Either drop the back knee or use the hands to reposition you. Really press the left knee forward. Drop the hips down to the ground. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck the right toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing. And we're just going to add on to that low lunge. Right side, inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, send it up and through. Stay on the ball of the left foot. When you're grounded, inhale, high lunge. Good, you know where you're going. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, move towards your low lunge. Press that right knee forward. Inhale, the arms up. Good. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. So starting with the left side, walk the left hand off the side of the mat. As you inhale, twist the whole torso towards the right knee, and the right arm reaches up. Look up at your hand if you can. If you need to just leave it down or straight out, that's fine. Good. One more breath. Exhale and replace the right hand down. So we're going to switch it. Now walk your right hand over. So the chest is laying right on top of the right thigh. Right hand reaches over. Inhale, twist the body to the left. Left arm comes up. So really deep into the front hip on the right. Really deep into the hip flexors on the left. One more breath. And exhale. Both hands down to the mat. Tuck the left toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing. Beautiful job, y'all. Left side. Inhale. Left leg up. Exhale. Bend knee. Send the left foot up and through. Stay on the balls of the right foot. Inhale. High lunge. Exhale. Send both hands back. If you want to connect, reach them back. Good. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, we're moving towards our low lunge, whichever way you want to get into it. But when you're there, really press that left knee forward. Drop the hips. Inhale the arms. And breathe. Nice, steady movements. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. We'll start to walk the right hand off the side of the mat. And as you inhale, torso twist towards the left knee. Left arm reaches up. Look up at the hand. Good. Check back in with your breathing. Good. Exhale. Replace both hands down to the mat. And then the weird one. Left hand walks over to the left side. Chest lays on top of the thigh. Inhale. Twist open towards your right. Right arm reaches up. Look up at your right hand. If it's not comfortable on your neck, you can keep looking down or just forward. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Both hands down to the mat. Tuck the right toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good job. 2 deep breaths here. If you want to take that child's pose, go ahead and drop down. One more deep inhale. And deep exhale. Nice. We're moving back to our right side. Inhale, lift the right foot up. Exhale, send it up and through between the hands. This time, go ahead and drop the left knee. And we'll start to straighten the right leg out. So send the hips back. Right leg is straight. as straight as you can make it. We're gonna fold over it, so you can inhale, lift halfway, flex the toes towards you. As you exhale, we start to fold forward. So protect the hamstrings here. If you need to bend that knee like I do, go ahead and bend it. If you can keep it straight and connect the chest to the thigh, go for it. It's a really deep hamstring stretch. Breathe into it. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Start to walk the hands forward. Rock it back up. Tuck the left toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale. Left leg reaches towards the ceiling. Exhale. Sends it up and through. Go ahead. Drop the right knee. And then start to send the hips back, straightening the left leg. Flex the toes towards you. Inhale, lift up, lengthen out. And as you exhale, fold it forward. Chest connects to the thigh. So if you have a really deep bend in that knee, that's totally fine. I'd much rather that than you try to stretch out your hamstring like crazy. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale, start to walk the hands back forward. Tuck the right toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Good. And breathe. We're going to move on down to some floor work. So that was the last of your standing postures. Good. Deep inhale. And exhale. Really check back in with your breathing on these slow moments. Right side, inhale. Right leg reaches up towards the ceiling. Exhale, sending it up and through, and this time the right foot is going outside of the right hand. So instead of going between the hands, it's on the outside. So you have two options. You can stay here and maybe rock it back and forth if you stay up on the ball of the feet. If you want to drop to your knee, you can rock that, just a little sway, side to side. So if you keep it tucked under and lifted, you're still stretching, but you're also strengthening. If you drop down to the knee, you're really just relaxed and chill. Good. Inhale and start to walk heel toe. So the right foot heel toes over until you can lay down right on the shin. So pigeon pose. If it's too much to keep the left leg straight, you can bend it. And so both knees are kind of just bent, but you still get that stretch in the front leg. If you have the left leg straight out, take both hands right by your side. Press down into the pads of the fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest up. Gaze up. Breathe. Good job. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. We're just going to roll it over on your sit bones. So just pick the hips up and roll it around. So you'll end up with your left leg facing out. Right leg is in. So right foot right on the left thigh. Inhale, both arms up. As you exhale, twist towards your left leg and then reach down, fold forward. So maybe you grab the foot, the ankle, the calf, but same applies here. If that leg needs to be bent for you to get your chest down, bend that knee. Good. Inhale, walk it back up. Just cross out the legs and we'll send it back up into our downward facing dog. Nice job, y'all. We're doing that same little sequence on our left. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, send it up and through. Remember this time, left foot outside of the left hand. You can stay up on the ball of the right foot and start to rock it back and forth. If you are dropping the back knee, you can sway it side to side. So we're really just working in that hip flexor on the right side. Nice job. And from wherever you are, go ahead and drop the back knee and we'll move towards the pigeon pose. So start to heel toe the left foot over until you can relax down on the shin. One side might be better than the other. If you need a little pillow right under your hip or a little blanket, Same option to bend the knee if the leg straight out is too much. So wherever you are, both hands out by the side, fingertips press the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, hold. Good, deep breaths, y'all, don't lose it. Good, next exhale. We'll start to roll over to the sit bones. Right leg is out, left foot is in. Flex those right toes towards you. Inhale, both arms up. As you exhale, turn towards the right foot and fold forward. Really bend that knee. Keeping it straight doesn't really matter. Good, inhale, reach up, and we'll send it back to our downward facing dog. I'm gonna go ahead and drop both knees out as wide as your mat. Send the hips back, child's pose, take a little breather. We're almost done, y'all. Good job. Good, as we inhale, start to press the hands back up, and we're going to take our mats, just find a spot on the wall. And it doesn't have to be a big spot, just enough for your legs to go up the wall. And turn the small side of your mat to the wall. Good. So once you have it there, we're going to sit close to the wall, and you'll figure out a way to get up there. Just maneuver it. But sit your hips close, and then we'll just take it down on our backs and bring our legs straight up against the wall. And then once you're there, you can start to really find your comfortable spot. So you can scoot the hips really close to the wall. That feels good for some people. Or you can keep it farther back. If you want to throw a little pillow or blanket right under the hips, that could feel really nice. So arms are out, up over your head. Just let them totally relax. But you want to keep the shoulders open. So try to keep them out by your side. So first option here, you can stay right here. Legs up the wall. This is a great posture for your hips, especially for people who suffer with lower back pain. It's really good for, like, if you sit down all day, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. This is amazing. So this is perfectly fine. You can stay here. I'm going to give you some more options, but here's your first one. So next one is butterfly. The soles of the feet touch. And you start to slide the feet down the wall and really just let gravity do the work. So you're not trying to force your knees down. You just let them relax and open up. So really working the inner thigh. Getting a deep stretch there. That's your second option. Option 3. If you want to get a little deeper, you can go splits, which is the same as the butterfly. So heels drop open and you really just let gravity take over. And the longer you sit there, the more they'll open up. Just try to keep the pressure off the knees. You're not forcing it. Just let it happen. Good. So those are your 3 options. And we're going to finish out the class in this posture. So pick your favorite one and we'll stay there. So your splits, your butterflies, or your legs straight up. All of them have amazing benefits. So we'll start to close the eyes and let go of the breathing. So we were worried about inhales and exhales and connecting with the postures, but now just let it go. Let it return back to normal. Really try to keep the mind quiet. So if you have the time and you have nowhere to be or no schedule to work on, I would encourage you to stay here as long as you can, as long as you feel. Your body will let you know, like, hey, we're ready to go now. But as long as you can stay there, I definitely encourage you to stay there and just breathe And keep the mind quiet and feel the benefits of the practice. Good. If you have to go, if you're in the splits or the butterflies, go ahead and start bringing the legs back up, knees together. We'll bend the knees, hug them into the chest. Good. Exhale, roll over and relax. So just feel comforted in this position before we press up. Good. Use the left hand, gently press up to a comfortable seat. So where we started, cross legs. If you like legs straight out, whatever's comfortable for you. So close the eyes. We'll place the hands on the knees. And we'll just take this last moment of stillness before we head out into the rest of our day. Good. We'll bring the hands to the heart, eyes still closed. And just think of one word that you would like to apply to your day today. One word to remind you to be thankful, or a word to remind you to be positive. And just really let that be your focus for the day, and let it guide you through any trials that you may go through or obstacles you may face. Thank you for tuning in and practicing with us. Thank you for making the time for yourself for this practice. We hope you had a great yoga class. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through it. Namaste.